Hey, Thomas here, and in this video, it's all about pull-ups and getting the most activation with your lats. So I'm gonna share with you a couple of simple tips that you can implement that's gonna instantly increase your lat and muscle activation with your pull-up. If you feel like you're not getting anywhere with your pull-ups, you feel like you're not getting the strength gains you want, or you just don't feel it in your back when you're doing pull-ups, or maybe you wanna get your very first pull-up and you wanna learn, how to best work those muscles here. That's where these tips are gonna come in and help you tremendously. And I wanna give a shout out to Ido Portal. I actually first saw the second tip that I'm gonna share with you performed by him. And after doing a little bit more research, I found that this technique can actually increase lat activation up to 11%. So now let's jump into these tips. All right, the first thing is just having good form and technique with your pull-up to get that activation, really work the lats. You can't count how many times, you probably see it at the gyms, different places. People could just make a few simple tweaks and really improve their technique and get more out of their pull-ups. So we'll go over this pretty quickly. First is you walk to the bar, how do you grip? Is it wide grip, narrow grip, pull up versus chin up? There's big debates on which is actually the best for really working the back. And the studies, what we saw is all these grips here, and there are some differences, and we'll go into more detail in another video, but basically for your lat activation, any of these grips will work fine. The big thing is having good technique, and what I personally like is just the pull up. You can't go wrong with just a standard shoulder width, a little bit wider pull up grip, okay? The big things I want you to focus on for this though, is when you're gripping the bar, have the thumbs wrapped over on top. And this little trick helped me out tremendously, is imagine your hands as hooks. So you're hooking in, your arms are just in place here, and you're gonna be pulling from your elbows. So just imagine they're hooks and you're pulling from your elbows here. It's gonna help a lot, okay? Now once you're in this position, you wanna start in a dead hang. Dead hang position, and then you're going to initiate the pull-up by squeezing your scapulas back and together, okay? This is gonna be huge for starting the pull-up and really getting those back muscles engaged, okay? So you're gonna squeeze together, then slowly pull, bringing the elbows toward your rib cage, okay? It's a big one here. You're gonna go straight up, bring the chest toward the bar, and then down, slow and controlled, back to that dead hang, initiate and repeat, okay? It's important that we get that full range of motion. Now, here's one of the biggest mistakes we see people make with their form, and that's their kipping, right? You try to use the knees or something to help. This was shown in studies to take away from the lat activation, as you can probably understand. So do not kip, okay? There's a time and place for kipping, and we'll shoot that in another video, but for lat activation, do not kip. All right, so once you have that technique and form down, get it down, it's gonna help, and you're gonna feel it instantly. You're gonna notice the difference. The second thing, this one's really powerful, and this is a little trick you can do. This was shown in just lat pull downs. If you do this, the guys experience up to 11% more lat activation by doing this here. And this simple trick is, when you're doing the pull-up, simply lean back to about a 45-degree angle and perform your pull-up from this angle here. So if you can see me here, you're gonna be here, lean back, and pull the chest up towards the bar there, okay? And notice how my body hits this like natural C position. Another thing to think about is just putting your chest out like it's proud. You're gonna notice that your scapulas are gonna automatically squeeze together. You're gonna open up that posture, because a lot of times throughout the day, you get those rounded shoulders. This also helps you just open up that posture and get more lat activation. So, I'll show you again. Grip the bar, activate the shoulders, lean back, pull the chest up towards the bar. Now note to take that this is just one powerful pull-up technique for lat activation, and you should add this variation into your training. We also recommend performing several different variations of pull-ups, and we'll share with you more on this in later videos. Okay, maybe you watch this and you're like, hey, I just want to get my first pull-up. I can't even do a pull-up kipping. How am I supposed to do a strict form pull-up? Well, there's an exercise you can use that has been in studies shown to activate the muscles very similar to an actual pull-up, and that's the lat pull down on the knees. In the knee position, you work on stabilizing your core, similar to the pull-up. So this is a great alternative to start off with, and you can progressively add more weight as you improve. Now, if you're in the position where you want to improve your movement skills, you want to increase core strength, burn some fat, Do this with a bodyweight method that you can do all inside in your own home, just 15 to 20 minutes per session, 3 times per week. Then you have to check out our RPF4 method down in the description below. Make sure to check that out. Continue your training with us. And as always, train safe. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.